Okay, hi everybody, I'm P. Rogers, MD, and for our talk today, we're going to talk a little bit about, are humans really omnivores? And what I'm basically going to tell you is I think we're primarily made to eat plant foods. If you look at the blue zones, that's something that came out of National Geographic. Dan Buettner was the main author on that. Basically, he studied the 5 healthiest populations based on, the most persons in their 90s and 100s that were mentally sharp and physically fit. And what he found was they all ate about 95% or more plant-based diet. They ate a little bit of meat, and there's no population in the world that's 100% plant-based with zero meat, because humans are a bit opportunistic and they'll eat tiny amounts of meat, the healthiest populations, but not much. And I think once you've eaten some of the standard American diet, as you get older, it's good to be 100% plant-based, which is what I am now. But what are some of the other rationale for that? Humans, like primates and fruit bats, we don't make vitamin C. We have to get it from our diet. But if you're eating a lot of fruits and a lot of greens, you're going to get plenty of vitamin C. So it seems that because we get so much from our diet, we lost the need to make it. Most other animals don't make their vitamin C. They don't need to eat it. Our teeth are flat. Look at our teeth. Okay, they're flat. Even our so-called nearest ancestor, the chimpanzee, perhaps 6 to 12 million years separated from us from a common ancestor, it said, they got big canines, okay? We don't have those. Our teeth are relatively flat. We got tiny little canines. We're not made to eat meat and tear it apart. Our jaw goes side to side. It's for grinding plants with our flat teeth. All right, you look at a cat. A cat's a pure carnivore. It's got a fixed forward jaw with a really strong bite. It can kill with one bite. All right, whereas we can't, Something in the middle might be like a dog is a bit of an omnivore, and a bunch of pack of wolves, it takes them, 1,000 bites to bring down a big animal. But some other points. Look at carrion, okay? Let's say you're walking on a path through the forest and you see a dead animal. Let's say there's a dead deer on the side of the path or some other dead animal, flies crawling around. It's disgusting, okay? Do you get this feeling, I want to get down on my knees, take a bite out of it, drink its blood and chew on its brain? No, it's disgusting, okay? We're not made for that. If you had a cat, it'd be right on top of that dead bird, that dead animal, whatever it is. We're not like that. Our wimpy teeth, we can't break through the hide of an animal. We got wimpy teeth, okay? We're not made for that. All right, basket of fruits. The point being is when you put out plant foods, we salivate. We like that, all right? We're made to eat the fruits. You don't need to dress it up or anything. When we eat meat, like let's say you're going to eat a hamburger, you're thinking a nice soft bun, maybe a little cheese, a little ketchup, lettuce, tomatoes. You're put some steak sauce on there, some mustard maybe. You're fancying it up. Add some more salt. You don't need to fancy up plant foods. We'll just eat them, most of them, okay? We're made for that, all right? What else? If you look at any population long-term, the healthy populations, they're all primarily plant-based. And I know Buettner in the blue zone subsequently said 10%. He originally was saying 5% only of meat and other things. You look at all these healthy populations, it's a pretty minimal amount. The higher percent you eat plant-based, low-fat, low-salt, whole food plant-based, the healthier people are, the lower the risk of almost all the common diseases. Before 1900, people would often die of infections. After 1900, there's better sanitation, better plumbing, we got antibiotics. Most common thing people die of is these chronic diseases. About 26% of the population is dying from myocardial infarction. The incidence of myocardial infarction in plant food eaters is essentially zero when they keep the total cholesterol consistently below 150. That's total cholesterol consistently below 150. It's like the most important laboratory value in all of medicine. All right, so the next point, MI, next to nothing. Cancer is next most common cause of death, about 25%, and that's relatively uncommon in plant eaters. Yeah, of course, they can still get cancer. Cancer is very complicated. We're not going to get into that right now, but still your risk is lower in plant eaters than meat eaters. Your risk of dying from diabetes. Diabetes is super high incidence in meat eaters. Very rare in whole food, low-fat plant eaters. Kidney disease, much more common in a meat eater. We've talked about it in our other lectures. Autoimmune diseases, leaky gut, much more common in meat eaters. So the meat eating population is much less healthy, especially after 40 years of age. Up until about 30, 35 years of age, almost everybody looks good. The body has a lot of reserve. It wants to reproduce. And it has a lot of reserve to handle disease and illness and a bad diet. But you start losing that reserve after about 35 years of age. And that's why a person with bad health habits, smoker, drinker, junk food eater, they start going downhill pretty fast after 35. The length of our intestinal tract is also more consistent with a plant eater than a meat eater. So anyways, those are some of the points. So the conclusion of my studies in this area is that humans are designed to eat plant foods, but do have some versatility and capacity to eat a wider variety of foods. And we also have our symbiotic gut bacteria that can handle quite a wide variety of plant foods. So I recommend a whole food plant-based diet, 100% plant-based, and that ends up leading you to 80-10-10, 80% carbohydrate, 10% protein, 10% fat. You don't even need to think about the numbers, just eat plant foods and you'll end up there. So anyways, hope that was helpful to you.